Hi, friend fam. Welcome to day 5 of my 7-day journey to 30. Oh my god, it's getting so real, and I'm excited. Basically, I'm just really excited. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Abosede, and this is Abosede Talk. Here, I talk about love, faith, mental wellness, and motherhood. If these topics interest you, kindly click on the subscribe button, share, like, and do not forget to drop a comment for me. I will definitely be there to give you a response. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some certain things that I really have to unlearn, because honestly not everything you learned in your 20s that actually serve you, right? So I have quite a number of things that I had to unlearn. I had to unlearn, really. And number one on the list is saying no. So if you've been following my video, I did mention at some points that at a point in my life, I had no idea of what I wanted in life, what I wanted to do, where I was heading. I really had no idea. And at this point, it was difficult for me saying no to people when they ask me to do stuff. Reason being that I'm always thinking, if I say no, what if I don't need their help tomorrow? So it was out of fear, out of uncertainty. I always just, agree. Because if I remember correctly, I still tell some certain persons no, but there's always this regret, this guilt at the end of the day, feeling like, what if I need this person's help? What if I need this person to do this for me? Won't they use this against me? So there was like always this fear accompanying me saying no. And one thing that I've learned is saying no gracefully. Gracefully. Like now, I feel like I'm a master at it, as my friend would say. I'm a master at it. If it's because I can't be people pleasing. It's not interesting. It's not sexy. It's not 30 like. This is actually not because I'm turning 30. It's something I had unlearned long time ago. There is no fear, okay? If it's not convenient, if it's not something I can do, then I politely say no. So yeah, that. So another thing I'm unlearning is silence when I should actually speak up. This I will not lie, I suffered it for some time. I'm always like, okay, if I talk, do I know the outcome? I have no idea what the result will be, right? And in most cases, when I do not talk, I found out later that someone had said that same thing in my head, and it's just maybe somehow caused the reason for a change and then I'm always there, blaming myself, like, why didn't I talk? When did I talk earlier? So it was something I had to unlearn and force myself to do. That the moment I'm feeling the urge that something is wrong, something is not right, I better speak up. And now if you're doing something I'm not so okay with, I will let you know. Because you just have to know I am no longer a baby that had to, that have to, keep taking it all in. I believe that what is more important is the presentation, okay? And for me, I feel like it is very important that you let someone else's know if they are doing something. So silence out of the window. Now we speak up where necessary. Another thing that this one I don't think is a thing of unlearning, because I got the understanding of this like very much earlier. It is comparison culture. I don't know how, but I've always knew from a very long time that comparison is a stealer of joy, and in most cases what you see is not what it is, in the sense that you see someone very happy, they have everything, they are wearing good clothes, look nice, all of that, but behind the scene you don't know what they are fighting, okay? People don't put what they are all about, on their face. I just like this color. They don't put it like right there on their face. So I always believe that behind the nice shoes, nice clothes, nice spoken person, there's always a battle behind. Maybe not in all cases, but I just have that understanding. So it doesn't make me feel like I want to be in your shoes. No. If you're doing something or have something nice that I like, I appreciate, okay? But to compare, no, no, no. Oh my god, this particular one was a struggle where I had tipping my worth to my productivity. This I suffered like this one. It took me a lot to unlearn it, to be very candid, because it followed me to my corporate job. I always feel like I have to do something, I have to work right for them to actually see that I am there. Like, I really don't know how to explain this. Anyone that has gone through this will actually really understand that you always have to keep working, overworking yourself, so people can know that okay, Bossa is there, or Bossa will sort it, or Bossa will do this, Bossa will do that. But that is actually a lie, right? You're there. Okay, it's good that you work to, what's it called, pin your name in people's head, but at the same time there's a difference between overworking yourself because you want them to see you as hardworking, and working yourself because you're just good at what you're good at, right? So it was something I really had to unlearn. They will say you're good at this thing, you don't have to overwork yourself because you want to make somebody see you, or you want to print your name in somebody's heart. It doesn't work that way. And do you know the worst part is when you're still not sane, that's when you start feeling depressed. That I'm doing all of this, they're not saying me. Why? Because the motive behind your productivity is wrong, right? So I'm so glad I've gone over this, but it was a battle, a real battle. So this is just like a bonus point, and I want to mention the fact that one thing that I had to unlearn is that borrowing money actually saves me what? I don't even really know how to say it, but at some point in my life, in my 20s, like I said, I was just out there for Survivor. If you watched the video from yesterday, I was just out there for Survivor, and due to that, I had to keep asking people for money for one thing or the other. Mind you, this money is not even for clothing, shoes, it's to sort real bills. But looking back, there are things I could have looked away from, there are things that would have waited, there are things that I could do without. But at the time, they were looking like without it, life is going to end. Do you get? So borrowing money is like a stealer of moment and a stealer of joy itself, because you borrow, especially when you borrow money for things that will not bring profit. You can borrow money for business. That's cool. It will yield and bring you something. You have good plans in place, but you're borrowing money for. Okay, let me just use practical example. Borrowing money to rent apartment. Where do you want to get the money? Borrowing money to fix a car that you're not using for business. Where's the money coming from? Now, like I said, at the time they were necessary, like they were necessary evil. But the truth is, if I looked closely, there were alternative I could have taken for a shorter period of time rather than going to borrow like huge amount of money that later stressed my life. I feel like I was out of debt now. It's been 3 years. Imagine 3 years. And it has been bliss since then, really. But what happened in between? Trust me, it was a lot. It's always a lot. This one was a lot. But thankfully, I came out of it with the help of friends. Ah, Jesus. With the help of friends and very valuable people that actually helped me out, because without them, by now, my neck for still day choked. Or yeah, so what am I saying in essence? Never be too afraid to say no. Never be too scared to speak up when necessary. Um, Borrowing money, please weigh the option well. Who knows? There might actually be alternative that you're not seeing because of the pressure at the time. So weigh it well, and yeah, and every other thing. So still keep the wishes coming, and I'll see you in the 6th. Bye.